Hi, welcome to Video Game Update. I'm AJ and this is Jeremy. Apparently Andrew could not come this week, so he's our sub.
Thank you, AJ. Okay, so what
So,
are we talking about today?
our first game we want to talk about is Fallout 4 and its mods. It apparently now has 142 mods complete on the thing and 92 plugins.
That's quite impressive.
What are some mods that we can expect on Fallout 4?
Um, okay, so according to the website Nexus Mods, which is the leading leading source of mods for most Bethesda games, and I think some other games. Um, this month's no, this month's number one mod is called Sim Settlements. In this, basically, the goal of this mod is to redo and overhaul the settlement system
Mm.
to make it feel more part of the game. According to the creator of the mod, one of the biggest problems with Fallout 4 is just how disconnected the settlement system feels from the rest of the game. Settlements lack that Bethesda game feel of exploration and progression, and so there's not much incentive to actually use the system. It also feels bizarre that you have to micromanage all these people and personally plant seeds
Yeah.
inside where people sleep. You're their leader, not their mother.
Yeah.
You're supplying these people with security and tons of resources. Why can't they kick in and help out with building up the city? End quote.
So, do you think this is a good mod for Fallout 4?
Um, yeah, I'd say so. Um, from what I understand, um, I don't really have much experience with the settlement system, but from what I understand, it um basically allows you to create your own like village in the
Yeah.
game, and this just completely improves that system.
Mm. Also, another mod on Fallout 4 is you get to create your own vault. You can have long, short walls. But what I feel is with Fallout 4, you sort of don't want to create your own vault because the main thing is to get away from the vault and go out inside the world. So I don't know if that mod is great for the game. What do you think?
Um, I don't know. I think it really depends on how people want to play. Basically, that that mod is kind of similar to the one that I was talking about because um just instead of building a village, you're building a vault.
But the vault is where you start up in the game normally with your character, and that person is always what's the word that person's always trying to escape and from this place that everyone thought during the nuclear explosion would be the best place. And yeah, it would be the best place, but they should let you out. And I mean, why would you want to create your own destruction and the own place?
You have a good point, but um the but with the I get in playing the Fallout games, some of the most interesting places to explore are the various vaults that you find around the
Yeah.
world, and think people would enjoy being able to have the freedom to create their own vault how they want it.
Yeah, all right. So, I've heard there's these specific theories of Fallout 4 and why the 200 or well, what happened after 200 years. Do you know anything about these theories?
Yeah, I was found this theory recently, where basically it's talking about how the only thing that's keeping the survivors from actually working to return the world to how it was originally is themselves. But basically, the survivors of the war, of the nuclear war, developed multiple psychological disorders, such as um PTSD
Oh yeah.
for obvious reasons, and paranoid schizophrenia, because that, as it turns out, is actually one of the potential symptoms of radiation poisoning.
Yeah, I was expecting that when you were saying all these things that sorry all these symptoms. Yeah, because they're getting hit by a nuclear explosion, and of course some of that has to come into the vault and screw with their minds a little bit. But I mean, it's like the vaults I said. The vaults are meant to be to protect you, but they weren't.
Right.
They didn't protect like they were supposed to.
Yeah. And also, that it all it also explains why in the games all sorts of weird things happen.
Yeah.
Um,
Like the mutants, because I'm expecting those came from the
that
radiation.
and also, but some of the events that your character thinks is real probably aren't. Like, one of the common things with paranoid schizophrenia is delusions that the people you're close
Yeah.
to are being replaced with exact replicas.
Ooh. That'd be a whole different twist if that's real, because that's the thing with theories. Theories can be true, and they cannot be, and it gets all confusing. And sometimes the theories are meant to be completely false, and some of the theories are actually been proven to be right. Like there was this one theory, with Mario being a super evil person, and
Yeah.
Luigi and Luigi actually likes Princess P, and that the creator of Mario has said that that is sort of true, and that Mario is pretty much the main villain, but it's still he didn't give us a full answer, but he still went like iffy about it.
Yeah.
Another thing, we're gonna go on another topic. Another topic we sort of wanted to talk about was the Assassin's Creed TV show. In my opinion, I really wouldn't want a TV show of Assassin's Creed, because anytime I've seen like a movie from a video game, it's always turned out really, really bad.
Well, the thing with the Assassin's Creed TV show is, and same thing with the Assassin's Creed movie, it's actually being developed by and produced by a branch of Ubisoft.
Yeah. Which is, for people that don't know, Ubisoft is the people that created the Assassin's Creed games.
And I saw the Assassin's Creed movie, and at least in my opinion, it wasn't terrible. It could have been better, but it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, I mean, there was some parts where I wish it would just end, but it was actually, there were some parts I wish it was pretty good. I mean, I remember Tomb Raider as a movie, and I'm a big Tomb Raider fan. I used to play the originals, and I played the PS3 ones, and when I saw it, it was awful, and I hated every single second of it, because there's this point in movies where they decide that they want to change the story a little bit, or change it way too much, and I feel that they shouldn't change really the story. So I mean, there's some games where I have trouble letting go of the old story and trying to embrace a new one, and I think that's the main thing that I'm worried about with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with the Tomb Raider, I saw the movies first, and that's what got me into playing the games.
Yeah.
So I actually enjoyed the movies when I first saw them, and then went and played the games.
Mm. So there's this new game coming out called Middle Earth, Shadow of Wars,
Shadow of War, yeah.
Shadow of War, and it seems pretty good. It's an action RPG, and it's a sequel to uh, uh, sh- Middle of Earth, Shadow of Mordor.
Yes. So basically, in the original Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor, um, basically you play as this guy named Talion, who gets, if I recall correctly, gets killed at the beginning of the game, and um, basically this elven ghost, um, basically possesses him or whatever. I'm not really explaining this well, but basically it possesses him, and the two of them go and try to rid Mordor of Sauron and Sauron's forces.
Mm.
It's set in the world of Lord of the Rings, and so you're fighting the orcs and the Urukai. I think they're called.
Yeah.
But what made the game really unique is the Nemesis system, and what the Nemesis system did was it would basically when one of the orcs killed you in the game, and you came back, the orc would have been promoted to a captain usually, and then when you met him again, he would remember you,
Oh.
and like talk to you as if he recognized you and stuff. And so what Shadow of War does is it drastically expands the Nemesis system so that it not only um deals with your enemies, but also it you can create friendships with the orcs that you convert to your side.
My question is, you said there is Lord of the Rings, and I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, and I was wondering, is it the same time as Lord of the Rings? Do you get to like maybe see Frodo or the dwarfs or any other from the
Um,
movies?
I can't say about Shadow of War because
It hasn't come out
yeah,
yet, but I
but
mean like the
Shadow
first
of
one.
Mordor at least. If I had to place it on a timeline, it would probably be somewhere before the events of the Hobbit.
Oh, wow, that's like millennia, isn't it?
Um, I don't know exactly, but because basically it's somewhere in between that opening scene of the first Lord of the Rings
Okay.
movie, where they fight Sauron and cut off his fingers and becomes the
Yeah.
eye, but um you but you don't um see any of the characters from the movies
Oh, so it's basically this
or books.
parts with the rings where they're first created and what happens before that too.
Sort of. Basically, so Sauron it is already that big eye thing,
Okay.
and and he already has taken complete control of Mordor, and you're going through and basically taking out his captains and war chiefs, um slowly crumbling down his uh, slowly um weakening his hold on Mordor until you finally defeat his three highest officers.
So it is. Well, is there any magicians or people like that, like, uh, oh my Gandalf?
Um, I don't remember. I think there was. I think there's briefly like a character something like that. Um, later into the first game. Um, and to go back to your previous question about the rings, from what I understand in the Shadow of War, um, you're going to be able to use the ring to some degree, but I'm not entirely sure what it's going to do yet.
Hmm. So, say I am, well, I am a little interested in this game. I might go and get the first one, but when would I need to know for to get the second one, and which systems would I be able to get them on?
Um, so the Shadow of War, Middle Earth Shadow of War is set to release August 22nd of this year on, I believe, all consoles:
Okay.
PC, PlayStation,
But which
Xbox.
PlayStation? There's PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4.
Probably just PlayStation 4,
Mm.
as far as I can guess.
Okay, thank you. But now we're gonna go on to this old game that I remember when I was playing as little. It was Club Penguin, and this might be a little funny for some of you guys, but Club Penguin has been around since 2005, and they're taking it off the PC and making it mobile. What do you think about this, Jeremy?
Um, well, I never actually played Club Penguin, but I've heard of it. Um, I've heard like from other people that they used to. Oh, they have many like fond memories
Mm.
from when they used to play it. Um, so I think it's kind of sad for those people.
I'm pretty sure it might have already been taken off, but it was I remember when I was playing when I was little. It was one of my favorite games when I was little. It was my PC game. It was one of the first ones that I ever started playing, and to see it go like this and then try changing it into a mobile, I don't think that it transformed that well, and they're gonna have to cut some stuff that was really good in the game.
Right. So from what I see here, it hasn't shut down yet. It's closing on March 29th.
Okay.
So 5 more days.
So 5 days, people that like Club Penguin still, and if you want to force your little sister, baby cousin, or anyone to play it, now's the time. You got 5 days, and it's a sad time for most people that like that game. I feel that they shouldn't. I don't think. I know they're trying to go on to a new generation, but I feel that they shouldn't try making it go from a classic game to a nower game. What do you think?
Um, I um, I've found that um, when they try to take usually PC games and move them to mobile, it
Mm.
usually doesn't end very well. Um, like they have to cut a whole lot of the features and basically redo most of the game.
Do you have any examples? I
Um,
mean, I know of like maybe one, but it didn't get switched to mobile. It was Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna go back to Kingdom Hearts. It was like 1.7, I think, and it was a Japanese, and then when I got transported, they had to take so many scenes out that you couldn't play it. Uh, you all you could do is just watch scenes from the thing, and you couldn't actually play it at all.
okay.
But do you have any examples of PC
Um,
to mobile that didn't work out too well?
well, there are some mobile adaptations that work to some degree. Um, like the Pocket Edition version of Minecraft.
Okay.
Is probably the most well known example of a game that was adapted from PC to mobile, and
But you still can get that on PC, can't you?
yeah, you can still get it on PC, but they're basically two completely different games. But what really went terribly is when after um Mojang was bought by Microsoft, they then tried to essentially create a PC version of Minecraft.
And it failed.
No, so they basically so they have so there's the mobile version of the PC version of Minecraft, and then Microsoft decided to make another PC version of Minecraft that was an adaptation of the mobile version of Minecraft, which went absolutely terribly. I tried playing it and absolutely hated it.
We will go back to the Minecraft topic later because, well, we will. But there's another This isn't a handheld console. This is for PS3, PS4. No, sorry, not PS3. PS4, Xbox One, Xbox One S. Mass Effect 4.
And PC.
Oh yeah, PC too. Yeah. But Mass Effect 4. Well, not Mass Effect Core.
Yeah,
it's
Mass
called
Effect Andromeda.
yeah, and it's supposed to release on March 21st, 2017. And I'm a big giant Mass Effect fan. I've played all 3 games, and I got so upset at the ending of the third one, and I thought that was it. That was done. And then I hear this Mass Effect game comes out, and it's for people that don't know what Mass Effect really is, it's more of a choice RPG game where you get to create your own character or act as Shepard. But the sad thing is, I'm pretty sure in this one, there's been rumors saying that you won't be able to play as Shepard. You'll be playing as the little boy you hear in the third game. He's the main character now, doing all these stories that his father told him. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I I like Commander Shepard as a character, but he's also had a whole trilogy already, so it might be good to mix it up some.
But I think it took. I heard that there was this that you're also gonna have the old flight, the old crew like Jack and. Well, I mean, it depends on who died in the third game with you, because there's also the people that died in the third game, there's people that died in the second game and the first game, and you have to have those all accounted for. But and
the great thing with the Mass Effect games is it can, if I remember correctly, it can basically take the saves that you have of previous games and
I'm pretty sure Infamous does the exact same thing. Because if you chose bad with Infamous, you sort of have this reputation in the second game. This is the exact same way. But no, Mass Effect, I feel, has a deeper story. If you lose a person, it could affect the story deeply in the next game. And right. I'm afraid of, because I've had so many deaths in mine, which is not good. But the Mass Effect... I can't pronounce it right, but Andromeda. I feel that's gonna be a totally different cast, except for the people that are there.
Okay, yeah. So we should probably move on to our next topic since we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Back to Minecraft.
Yeah. All right. So Minecraft has been around for about 5.
It was released in 2011?
Yeah, so that's 6 years.
Yes, it's been around for. It's Mojang's sandbox building game that was released in 2011. And it's albeit it's not as popular as it once was. It's still going strong.
The thing that surprises me that it's still number 1 on the best-selling games in Apple, and I feel that it would have died down by now, like most games would.
Yeah.
And I think that's an impressive thing where you can have youngsters play that haven't played it. Like, you can pass it down and pass it down and pass it down, and people still enjoy it. I have my 22-year-old stepsister will still play that game
Yeah.
and enjoy it extremely.
Yeah, there's just something special about Minecraft. And then you also have to think about what it means for the game industry what in 10, 20 years when the generation that's now grown up playing Minecraft and they grow up and some of them become game designers themselves and make new games, being influenced from such an early age by games like Minecraft.
Yeah, I feel that Minecraft also with building gets kids to imaginate more and think more and bigger, and maybe help them on later on in the future when they're thinking structure. If I make this here, what will this do here? And I think it helps them learn, helps them feel good. It also has a food chain where you can kill some animals to help with building stuff. I feel that it's like a great life. Well, I mean, not life, but it helps them learn a lot more in their own sort of way.
And I've also heard of various like educational things using Minecraft as a teaching tool.
There's one thing that surprises me is I expect by now the Minecraft game to be free after 6 years to be free, but it's still $6.99 on the Apple Store and on Android, and it sort of drives me crazy.
Yeah, I think the full game it is still at its regular price of like $25-$30, something like that.
And I'd expect, well, I was saying, because normally after Android or Apple games are on the Play Store for a while, they'll go, okay, it's time to make it free, and it's time to make sure everyone can play it.
Right. Yeah, with the Pocket Edition Minecraft, there is a free version of it. There's a free version of it, and but that has distinctly less features than the full version.
Oh, it looks like we have run out of time for this episode, so I wanted to thank all of you guys for coming in, and tune in next week to Video Game Update. Oh, there's also a Facebook, so if you want to check that out, go right ahead.
And next week we'll be running it on Wednesday at 3:30.
Hopefully.
On Channel 9 Comcast and Channel 43 Verizon. Thank you so much for watching.
Have a good night.